Hello there and welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. So we are approaching the new moon in Cancer that happens this month on June 29th. So we are in Cancer season, and some common themes as far as the sign of Cancer goes is, a main one is the home. Some of you may have really gotten into redecorating or doing things that really makes your home your territory. It has a lot to do with family, your roots, where you came from, your ancestors, your background, your security and your comfort. It is of the water element. Another huge one that I've noticed patterns with is the new moon in Cancer is right around when there's a turning point as far as your love life and relationships go. I've seen that with a lot of people. Either you're reevaluating a relationship where you're seeing if that's what you want or not. Someone that you're already with, it may go to the next level, or some type of truth may come out that might make or break the relationship. And it strengthens bonds if they're meant to be stronger, and it splits up bonds that are meant to be split up. It's a huge truth uncoverer, and it happens right after the Sagittarius full moon, which is all about the truth as well. So truth is a huge theme of it, the water element is a huge theme, family and ancestors. Some ways that you could celebrate Cancer season, and it makes sense because it's during the summertime, is hang out by your favorite body of water, go visit some waterfalls that you wanted to see, ponds, lakes, streams. Go to the beach a lot. Like, you can really argue with that, like the beach ever really hurt anyone, right? So there's also some crystals that you could work with, and a huge one is Moonstone. And there's typically two varieties of a true actual Moonstone, which is the peach variety, and it has an iridescent sheen to it. It's not really easy to pick up on camera. And also gray Moonstone. And then you have your varieties like green, pink, that are rare. You don't really hear of or see them much. I don't really have a lot of knowledge on those, so I don't want to misguide you. A big one is, so this is marketed as Rainbow Moonstone, so it's usually white. It's usually got a rainbow or a bluish sheen to it, and sometimes it has the black, which is black tourmaline inclusions. So Rainbow Moonstone isn't actually a true moonstone, it's white labradorite. But labradorite is part of the feldspar family as well as Moonstone, so it is really similar to Moonstone anyhow, so it's not really lying, it is related. The whole point of it is, if you like it and you enjoy its energy, I like Rainbow Moonstone, I work with it all the time. If you like it, you're feeling it, you're digging its energy, you work with the ones that you like. So we'll be doing a pick-a-pile reading today, along with some oracle cards. Another thing I wanted to mention before I get into that is, if you're ever feeling like there's some kind of truth that needs to be uncovered, somebody shady, someone's hiding something, and you don't even know where it's coming from, you don't even have to think anyone is shady at all. You have to be ready for it, though. Be ready for the truth to come out. If you work with the stone Lapis Lazuli, it's this beautiful blue stone, and it has tiny little pyrite inclusions. I think in my last video I said copper. That was wrong. It's actually little pyrite inclusions, which boosts its power, because it's basically sodalite with little speckles of pyrite included in it. Wear it for a few days, work with it for a few days, and boom, all of a sudden the truth comes out about something that you didn't even think there was any truth to know about. May or may not happen, but just putting it out there, that might work for some of you. And also obsidian is a good one for bringing out the truth, and also it has return to sender energy, so if anyone is sending you shady vibes or trying to mess with you or pull you into their drama, it reflects any energy sent to you, even if you don't know it's being sent towards you, and it reflects it back to the person that's sending you crappy vibes. So we've got 4 piles to choose from today with your pick-a-pile reading. So I'll try to point the camera down here. It doesn't really... Well, I'll actually hold up the cards and the stones. It doesn't show that well otherwise. So for pile 1, big surprise, we have Peach Moonstone and the Fenestra Tarot deck. For pile 2, we have the Gray Moonstone and the MagicSeer's Rainbow Holographic deck. For pile 3, we have the Ethereal Illuminated deck with Aquamarine. For pile 3. And for pile 4, which I forgot to mention about the crystals, is Eye of Shiva shell, which is technically not a crystal, it's a fossil, and the Tarot of Dreams. This is a great crystal for your third eye, for intuition, and it has a very soothing, cooling energy, and it works great in combination with Aquamarine. It'll give you that feeling of the full moon at the ocean, or lake, whatever your favorite body of water is. So I'll give you a moment to go ahead and decide on which crystals you'd like. Go ahead and pause the video to look at the ones that you are drawn to. I'm just gonna set some of these cards to the side here. Alright, so if you chose the Peach Moonstone for pile 1 in the Fenestra Tarot, this is your reading for Cancer season. So for overall energy for pile 1, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card. I like it already. Followed by the 3 of Cups in the reverse. Some of you may be coming out of a situation where you may have been overindulging, possibly, and you're trying to overcome your bad habits or patterns. Could be a love situation, could be substances, could be overspending. You know your story better than I do. We have the 7 of Cups as far as what's blocking this situation, and the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a lot of confusion right now, and you've decided to just go ahead and let fate take the wheel and let it do its thing. You gave up on overthinking and trying too hard, and you're just letting it do its thing. And we have the 4 of Cups, and also the Moon reversed. Someone views you as a missed opportunity, but don't be fooled. It's their own fault because they lied to you, so don't listen to their crap. And what happened in the recent past? We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, with the Tower in the reverse. So somebody was holding back communication from you in a very immature manner, and it caused a lot of drama. but they can't mess with you because you're the Queen of Wands and you're the King of Pentacles. You've got your creativity game going, you've got good things coming to you as far as your job situation goes. There's been some big changes at work. You know, maybe you switch jobs, maybe you got a promotion or switched positions, or that's about to happen. And I'm seeing some really good things in your future as far as your career situation goes. And how do you view yourself right now? The Page of Wands reversed. And the Five of Wands. This person has tried to convince you that you're drama, but you know better that it's them. They're trying to gaslight you. And we have the Chariot. It wanted to jump out of my hand when I tried to show it to the camera. And we also have the King of Wands. So you could be dealing with possibly a Cancer or a fire sign. I want to say somebody with heavy fire and water in their chart. It doesn't have to be. Ooh, and we have the Ace of Cups. I see new love coming in for you. Followed by the Seven of Wands. And we've got the Ten of Wands. You do have to clear your energy of this burden, though, from this person that did you dirty. If you want to invite your new love in, you have to do a little bit of healing. Right now, you feel very burdened by this heavy energy. And once you clear the way, it'll open up the path for your new person to come towards you. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So I feel like the confusion for you is ending. And I thought that you had the Seven of Cups before in here, so maybe it was another card. I'm trying to look at it. Okay, so you actually had the Eight of Cups before, and now you have the Seven of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is about walking away. The Seven of Cups in the reverse is about the end of confusion, so that makes sense. You're walking away from a toxic situation. You're focusing on your career, your job, your creative projects, and you're doing your thing. And once you release this burden and you start to do a little bit more healing, you are going to have new love coming in. And one of these people could be fire and the other one could be water. It's hard to say which is which, but you know who's who, you know your situation. And what actions is this new person taking towards you? We've got the King of Swords, followed by the Hermit, so maybe they're doing some of their own healing. So I think it is a little bit slow moving. I don't think that they're gonna talk to you about this right away. I would say maybe towards the end of summer you'll get some communication, you'll get a little twinkle of something right around the new moon. That sounded really bad, but you know, you might have some little bit of truth, a little bit of a hint around the new moon that's coming up. And then there will be another conversation towards the end of summer. So I'm thinking maybe late August or September for you this might happen. And what's the outcome? Ooh, the Knight of Cups. So someone does want to offer you a relationship. They've got emotions for you. Or they will, anyhow. Like, maybe it's not developed yet and it'll show up towards the end of summer. But right now you're at a standstill because you're just leaving a toxic situation, so I'm thinking that this summer is gonna look really good for you. Just focus on yourself. So I will pull a few oracle cards here. What messages do we have for pile 1 from the oracle cards? I'm trying to work on pointing my head so you don't see my double chin. How's that? Let's be real, you do it too. Ooh, so we have respect your boundaries. And we also have do not fear the unknown. So don't be afraid to let go of this person that caused you all the drama. It's not worth holding on to. And we'll pull a couple of oracle cards from a deck that I made myself, and I wrote messages on the cards. So these have messages and also timelines that might give you a clue or verify ideas that you had as far as timing goes. So we have full moon in Virgo, late February or March, or they could have Virgo somewhere in their birth chart. So maybe you met this person or started talking to them around February or March during Pisces season. Or it could be talking about Virgo season, which makes sense because that's late August or September, so that could be more verification that you will have some communication with this person around that time. And stop overextending yourself. You have feelings too. Obviously that's talking about the toxic person, or just in general with friends and family too. We've got full moon in Scorpio, late April or May, or they could have Scorpio in their chart. And maybe this is what the new person thinks towards you. You are a breath of fresh air. You stand out. You almost seem unattainable. So maybe they're a little bit nervous about talking to you and they're trying to take it slow because they don't want to mess anything up. You know, they want to do things right with you. And I also haven't used this in a video yet, so there's this Facebook page that's hilarious, and it's called Effin Birds. I can't remember the name of the actual artist that made this deck, but it's the fella that has this Facebook page, and he's out of Canada. So these card decks have bird artwork and very sassy messages with swearing. It's a regular playing deck, and it's absolutely hilarious. I'm surprised I didn't make it myself. So I'm gonna shuffle some cards and see what sassy messages it has. Maybe it can be some smart-ass remarks to whoever did you dirty. Because that's always funny if it's, you know, you gotta have some humor to brighten it up a little bit. I mean, like, if you know me pretty well, you would think I made these cards myself. So what do we have? The Two of Clubs. It says, fuck-a-doodle-doo. And we've got the Five of Diamonds with this picture of this lovely barn owl, and it says, basically, you're fucking incompetent. And we'll pull another one, because it's just too funny to stop at, too. I love this. Oh, this is totally towards whoever did you dirty. We've got the Seven of Clubs and a cute little, some kind of waterfowl floating on a lake, swimming away, and it says, toodaloo, fuckface. I love it. Like, if I knew this guy that made this deck, like, I would totally want to have him as a friend. Alright, so that concludes my read for pile 1 here, so we'll move on to pile 2. I'm just looking all confused because I'm trying to make sure I've got my ducks in a row here with, keeping track of which pile is what. Well, so for pile 2, if you chose the gray Moonstone with the Rainbow MagicSeer's holographic deck, this'll be your reading for today and for Cancer season. We'll get a few shuffles here and see what we've got. I'm trying to work on not having a double chin in my videos. Whatever, you do it too if you were recording a video of yourself. Don't even try to front. Just making creepy faces to make sure you're paying attention. Alright, so overall energy for pile 2 at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, followed by the Five of Wands. So there's some conflict due to someone holding back communication. Let's see what else we have here. Ten of Cups reversed, followed by the Eight of Cups. You can't talk today. You are realizing that somebody was not your happily ever after all, and you're walking away from the situation. And in your life right now, you feel like you're juggling too much at a time. You may be having some kind of burnout. But I do have the Two of Cups, so you could have a new relationship coming in, or there might be a turning point with your current relationship. I'm really feeling like it's somebody new. So we've got the Ten of Swords, so you feel like you've hit rock bottom, and we've got the King of Cups. Someone was being very emotionally immature. Yet we have the Two of Cups here, and now we have the Lover's card, which could mean Gemini energy. It could be talking about a new relationship coming in, or it could be talking about trying to decide between two choices. We'll see what else we find here. The Sun. So it's saying even though you're in a dark spot right now, the sun will come back out. The sun's gonna come back out. Seven of Pentacles. And the Queen of Wands. It's telling you not to give up, and you're coming into your power. The Six of Swords in the reverse, so a trip might be delayed. Maybe you had plans to go somewhere and you're deciding not to. Maybe your gut feeling is telling you not to visit a certain place for some reason. And we've got the Magician in the reverse. Just moving some cards out of the way to make some more room here. I want to see what the Magician in the reverse is all about. Oh, perfect. So we have the World card. So something regarding someone that was very manipulative and possibly abusive, whether it be physical or emotional, mentally, financial, could be anything. That cycle is coming to a close. So we have the Death card in reverse, so you may be resisting the change because you're having a hard time accepting that this person that you could trust might not be as trustworthy as you think. We've got the Strength card in the reverse, followed by the Six of Wands. So with this Wands energy, you could be dealing with a fire sign, possibly a Leo. And we've got the Hanged Man in the reverse. You're just having a hard time seeing things from a new point of view. And I think that you're not realizing your own power. You're the Empress. And if you're a guy, well, whatever, you're still powerful. So the Empress has to do with nurturing a new beginning. It can mean pregnancy, but not always. It's the most motherly card of all the tarot cards. There could be something going on that has to do with your mother that's connected to the situation, or maybe you're worried about your mom, or a female figure that's a mother-type figure. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, followed by the Devil in the reverse. I think somebody might have an issue with overspending, or somebody was being irresponsible with finances. And we've got the Four Cups. That's like the card of a missed opportunity. Maybe someone views you as a missed opportunity. And the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Or maybe there was a job offer that you turned down and you're viewing it as a missed opportunity. But quit beating yourself up about it, because everything happens for a reason. There probably was something about that job or that place that you didn't see, so it was meant to happen that way. And what's the outcome here? I feel kind of confused by this reading. We've got the Four of Swords. Somebody either was in jail or they're going to jail, and if that completely doesn't line up with anything, that has to do with hibernating and stepping back from the world and retreating. We've got the Hermit in the reverse, so it's saying if you go into hiding, don't do it too long to the point where it's unhealthy. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And we've got the Six of Pentacles. I just feel really unclear, like maybe with this reading there's things that aren't meant to be known. We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. It's almost like you're waiting for somebody, like maybe you put a lot of energy towards them, or were very giving to them and very generous, and you're waiting for them to return the favor. And I think that you shouldn't wait. If you're waiting on somebody, don't wait. Just don't do it. Focus on yourself. And as far as the new person coming in, I do think that it's going to be a fire sign. And I'm not really gathering too much more info from this reading here, so I'm going to pull some oracle cards and see if that can bring any messages. So we have love that you are different. So if maybe you feel like a weirdo compared to other people, be proud of that. Wear it like a badge. Don't be ashamed of yourself for being weird. At least you're not boring. And also have courage. I don't know what it's talking about, but maybe you were afraid for some reason or a little bit timid, and it's saying go ahead and have some guts and, you know, shine. Be vigilant. And the source of all. So it's encouraging you to get in touch with your higher self. I'm going to pull some oracle cards from the deck that I made myself. Some of it has messages, some of it has things that can give clues to a timeline. One day I will get the courage to tell you how to feel. I don't want to fuck up. This could be talking about you, or it could be talking about your person. One of you is afraid to talk to the other one, or maybe both of you, and somebody needs to say something. Oh, and isn't this perfect? Right after that it says, life is short, shoot your shot. So it's encouraging you to somehow open up the line of communication, and if it isn't talking about your love life, it could be talking about any situation. You're timid about opening up communication with a person or a situation, and it's encouraging you to go ahead and get it out there, put your thoughts on the table. I don't know if this has anything to do with any of it. It might be part of your story, it might not be. Someone told them lies or gossip about you. If they made assumptions, why would you want someone who can't think for themselves anyhow? Don't know who it's talking about or if it has anything to do with your situation at all. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And now, so I got this card deck. So there's this Facebook page called Effin Birds, and the guy that runs it made his own deck of playing cards that have hilarious, sarcastic messages in it, and swearing in it too. I would swear that I was the one that made this deck. Like, they're sassy. So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle them and see what messages and cards come up. You know, and it might, whatever the case is, it'll make you laugh. It could have a connection to your story, or maybe not, but they're absolutely funny. So we'll shuffle and pull a few cards. Yeah, and this person is out of Canada, I believe. So we have the Nine of Diamonds, and it says, this is probably like how you feel towards idiots that did you wrong. It says, where is your fucking brain? It's funny, it's got like this beautiful artwork of birds, and then it says sassy messages. So we've got this cute picture of a juvenile robin, and it's the King of Hearts, and it says, fuck my life. You know, if you spill coffee on yourself, you just think of that card and laugh. And we've got the Ten of Diamonds and a picture of a pelican, and it says, feminism is for everyone, dipshit. We've got the Three of Hearts and a cute little quail, and it says, this deal was serious bullshit. And we have the Three of Spades with a lovely owl, and it says, fuck off with that shit. Well, so I hope this reading resonated for you, Pile 2, and if it didn't, I hope at least it was entertaining and made you laugh, or you could pick maybe your second best pile that you liked. So I will go ahead and move on to Pile 3 now. So if you chose the Aquamarine and the Ethereal Illuminated deck, this will be your reading. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I have a neighbor that likes to yell and sing really loud outside. It's very entertaining. He's just one of those people that doesn't give a crap. He'll pull into the parking lot, singing at the top of his lungs loudly, and every holiday he yells out the window, Happy New Year, Happy 4th of July, whatever it is, and he just doesn't give a shit. He's just happy. That could be a message for this pile, possibly. Alright, pile 3, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Wands in the reverse, followed by the Ace of Cups in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse, and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So I think communication might be coming in soon that has to do with someone with heavy fire and or water in their chart, possibly. It's possible that a relationship may have ended. Like maybe something lost its spark, or somebody lied and it was a huge turnoff towards you. Knight of Wands in the reverse, so that tells me someone's coming towards you, and it could be possibly a fire sign. Followed by the Ace of Wands. Ooh, someone has passion for you. Or at least that's what you're hoping for. And then we have the Seven of Wands followed by the King of Cups. Not only does this person have passion for you, but they also deeply have emotion for you as well. So what happened in the recent past here? Someone was losing sleep at night over a crappy situation. I see a lot of anxiety, restless nights, not being able to sleep, not being able to focus on anything, because you're just taken over by sadness. This is in the recent past, this isn't currently, so it looks like you're getting out of a situation like that. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse could have to do with an earth sign, could have to do with maybe somebody was using you financially, or maybe they were irresponsible with money and it screwed you over. And what's going to happen in the near future? So you're moving away from that person, and you're retreating for a while. There is somebody that has emotion for you, but they might not have expressed that to you yet, and right now you're kind of in hibernation mode, because you're just trying to heal. You're trying to heal from that last situation that just happened. And how do you view yourself in this situation? How do you view yourself? Temperance in the reverse, you feel very out of balance. Six of Wands in the reverse. You feel like you're the one that lost out on something, but it's not you that lost, believe me. We've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So this person that did you wrong knows that you lost emotion for them, or you're losing emotion for them. And we've got the Tower card. It all came crumbling down. But we've got the Six of Cups in the, or actually the Six of Cups upright. But we also have the Three of Swords, which can have to do with a third-party situation. So Six of Cups with the Three of Swords. Maybe you were really convinced that this person was your soulmate and they betrayed you. Because I can't think of how else the Six of Cups and the Three of Swords would make sense being together. Yeah, we've got the Five of Cups. You're grieving. You're trying to heal from this. And we've got the Four of Wands following it, so you will be victorious in the end. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Be careful about overspending. We have the Three of Wands. Don't wait for this person. We've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse. You are having a hard time walking away from it. Eight of Swords in the reverse. The blindfold is coming off, though. And we have the Two of Wands. That makes sense. You're trying to make a decision here. Should you stay or should you go? In my opinion, if they are, you know, toxic, go, obviously, but... Four of Cups in the reverse. Followed by the Six of Pentacles. That came up in the last reading, it looks like. Four of Cups reversed with the Six of Pentacles. I think maybe you were very generous with this person, if not financially, then energetically. Like, you gave a lot to this connection, and they just seemed like they acted bored and, like, unappreciative, and it got old, and it ended up being a turnoff to you. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's being really immature with communication. I feel like that's the common theme with all the readings. I mean, it makes sense if things are up for evaluation. I do think that a fire sign is coming towards you. And I think I already said that. King of Pentacles. So now that you're away from this person, your finances are looking good now that you're able to focus on yourself more. Two of Pentacles. Yup, you were being burnt out, and you could be trying to make a choice between two different jobs or two possibilities as far as your job goes. And do we have an outcome here for pile 3? I just haven't been feeling my readings lately. It could be making sense for somebody. Judgment in the reverse. Followed by the World in the reverse. You're trying to close a cycle out, but you're having a hard time because you feel like your judgment is clouded because you just don't quite have all the information yet. Seven of Swords in the reverse. And we do have the Empress. So, I mean, that's talking about you're coming into your power and you're nurturing something new. So... it looks like there'll be a good outcome in the end for yourself, but if there's somebody in your situation that's toxic, I don't think it's gonna be with them. Let's pull some oracle cards for pile 3 here. So we have Be Vigilant, Love Without Condition. I'm trying to show the artwork. There we go, so you can see it on camera, because it's really, that's a really pretty looking fairy. That's cool. See the signs. It's encouraging you. Don't doubt your intuition. Hear the ancient ones, which makes sense because Cancer season is, you know, part of that's all about ancestors and your family roots. So, you know, you think about what would your ancestors say, you know, maybe loved ones that have passed on that cared about you. Think of, you know, what would they say about the situation? If you went to them for advice, what would they think? I mean, listen to yourself and what you think, but for some extra guidance, I would highly recommend trying to think about what you learned from ancestors of what to do and what not to do. I'll also pull some oracle cards from the deck that I made up myself. I wrote messages on there, there's timelines, and also just random different types of messages. One flipped out of the deck, we got New Moon in Leo, late July or August. They could also have Leo in their birth chart significantly. Or it could be a timeline, something either started during Leo season, or maybe that'll be the highlight of when, like some kind of turning point or an event happens, or some type of communication that'll give you a clue about what's to come with your love life. Or any situation that's on your mind, really. Let's see, what else do we have here for pile 3? I am too self-centered to handle a serious relationship. It isn't changing. Whoever ends up with me is just settling and being cheated. So this could be talking about the toxic person in your life. They might be, you know, self-centered. They can't handle a relationship. It's not because you're not worthy. They just don't have the capabilities to be something that's meant for you. And we have also a New Moon in Aries, late March or April. They could have Aries in their birth chart. Something may have started in late March or April, or maybe the future late March or April will be when more communication will come in. That's a long time from now, though. Alright, so I also have this deck of playing cards. There's a Facebook page called Effin Birds. So the artist that runs the page made his own deck of playing cards. He's based out of Canada. I wish I could remember the artist's name, but it's from a page called Effin Birds, and if you didn't already guess, of course, it has very sassy messages, lots of swearing, and these lovely illustrations of birds and wildlife with smart-ass messages on them. So I'm just gonna get a shuffle and see if any of it makes sense for you, and if it doesn't, they're at least funny and you'll get a good laugh. I would swear that I made this deck up myself. It's totally stuff that I would say and do. It just called to me. I had to get it. There, I saw it and I had to have it. Alright, so the first card we have here is the Jack of Spades. And it says snitches get stitches. I don't know if that has to do with anything, but... And we've got this lovely picture of this owl that's the 6 of diamonds, and it says, "Fuck you, I'm not sorry." Another picture of a cute little bird, that's the 9 of diamonds, and it says, "Where is your fucking brain?" This came up in one of the last piles. It's a cute little picture of like a duck or a loon, that's the 7 of clubs, and it says, "Toodaloo, fuckface." Yeah, so if someone did you dirty and you know they're toxic, that's what you can say to them, "Toodaloo, fuckface." I love it. Well, I hope for pile 3, I hope your reading made sense and resonated for you. If it didn't, maybe it's not your reading, maybe I'm off on my intuition today. If you had a second best pile that you liked, you can take a look at that one and see if that makes any sense. Well, have a good rest of your couple of weeks. I hope everything works out for you in your situation. And if it didn't make sense, I hope you at least were entertained. So we'll be moving on to pile 4. So if you chose pile 4 and the Eye of Shiva shell, this will be your reading for Cancer season with the Tarot of Dreams. We'll get a few shuffles here and see what we've got. I don't know if I'm feeling the readings tonight. I don't know if any of this makes sense for anyone, but maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. If this pile doesn't make any sense for you, look at another pile that maybe was your second best choice. So we'll see what we get for pile 4. So for pile 4, at the bottom of the deck for overall energy, we have the 10 of Wands, followed by the 4 of Cups. So you feel like you've been carrying a heavy burden. It could have to do with a water sign, possibly. You could be very bored in your current situation. We'll see what else we can pull here. We've got the Chariot in the reverse, followed by the 3 of Pentacles. This could have to do with your work situation. I would almost go as far to say that it could have to do with someone at the workplace that could have heavy Cancer in their chart. They could be, you know, if they're not a Cancer sun, it could be a Cancer moon or a Cancer rising, maybe even a Cancer Venus. Might not be, but it could be. Seven of Wands followed by the Queen of Wands in the reverse. There could be drama with a female at work, possibly. And if you're a female and you work with me, it's not me. I like all the people I work with, honestly. They're awesome. And we've got the King of Coins, followed by the Sun in the reverse. This could also be a fire sign that you're dealing with. It could be somebody that you met at work during Cancer season, even. Two of Swords, you're at a stalemate. There's a cycle that's trying to close out, and it's almost like something's being hidden from you, and you're not getting the clarity that you want, and it's really hard to come to a conclusion. We have the Queen of Cups, followed by the Hanged Man. We have the Palace of Coins, followed by Judgment in the reverse. I feel like there's a heavy energy in this reading that you're dealing with a fire sign and a water sign. Or it could be one or the other, or somebody that has a lot of both in their chart. Someone definitely has emotion for you. We have the King of Swords, followed by Temperance in the reverse. So there's something that's been out of balance that's not being communicated. I feel like so we've got the Page of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's being so it looks like there's contrasting things going on with two different people that you're dealing with. One is emotionally immature, the other one is emotionally mature. And it was, with all the facades people put up, it was hard to see who's who, and this is a really confusing reading. So not only do we have the Page of Cups in the reverse, we also have it followed by the King of Cups in the reverse. So that's definitely showing me there's emotional immaturity that was going on in your situation. This keeps coming up in the readings. We've got the Empress. We have the Empress and the Star. So I feel like a wish may be coming true for you, where you're coming into your power. Queen of Coins in the reverse. Followed by the Justice in the reverse. There could be an unfair situation where, you know, there's something that was, someone's not being fair, and it might have to do with an earth sign, or maybe they have fire and earth in their chart, or a female that you work with, possibly. Three of Swords. And the Strength in the reverse. There could be some kind of third-party situation going on with a fire sign. I don't know what you got going on, but I feel like you kind of want to retreat because you're dealing with too many people at once. Not like in a skeezy way, but, you know, you're figuring out that a lot of people might not have the best intentions, and your circle's becoming smaller and smaller. Five of Wands in the reverse. Yup, the conflict is ending because you're tired of the drama, so you're shrinking your circle. And we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Yup, you want to go into hibernation and come back out with less people and less drama. We have the Queen of Swords. That's the type of energy that you're putting out towards people, like, yup, I'm the Queen of Swords, it's no BS, don't mess with me or I will gray rock your ass. For those of you that don't know what the term gray rock means, it's what you do with somebody that's trying to be manipulative, where you show no emotion, you give them no reaction. Like, the way that you act with the toddler throwing a fit, basically, is how you have to act with some adults. Ignore them. Don't respond to their BS. Don't let your emotion get involved. Be completely neutral, so they can't try to say that, oh, you're being drama. You know, let them throw a fit all they want and just completely stone face. That's the energy that I'm getting off of you with what you're trying to do with people right now, because they're just being ridiculous. What's the outcome for pile 4? So we've got the Knight of Wands. Someone is coming towards you. And we've got the Page of Wands in the reverse. Followed by the Seven of Cups in the reverse, so the confusion is ending. I feel like the new person that's coming towards you is a fire sign. We've got the Moon in the reverse. But that other idiot person is still trying to cause drama in your life. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse. Followed by the Three of Cups. So I think there's going to be some kind of a party or celebration or friends getting together. It might involve drinking, food, eating, hanging out, having a good time for reason to celebrate, and maybe this person will be at this celebration that you're going to. You'll either meet them at an event or you already know them, and they'll show up at the same party as you or the same gathering with friends. It doesn't have to be a party, it can just be friends getting together. You'll know who I'm talking about, but I think that they have heavy fire in their chart. So let's get some oracle cards for pile 4 here. And since I just farted, it could be a sign that they're air. Yup, I just totally said that in my video. I admitted that I farted. You wouldn't even know if I wouldn't have said anything. It wasn't even that loud. I was hoping it would be, though. Smells pretty loud, though. Did I really just say that? Oh, I farted. That could be a sign that it's an air sign. It says, nourish the soul. Trust in magic. And respect your boundaries. I don't know if that makes any sense for you, but maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Take what resonates and leave the rest. So I'll get a shuffle on some oracle cards that's from the deck that I made myself. There's, some of them have messages, some of them have ideas for a timeline for things, or hints to what they could have in their chart. I'm pretty sure I listed all the elements at some point, so... I mean, elements and zodiac signs don't necessarily matter, the storyline does, and you'll know who's who based on the situation. Aw, this is probably a message of what your new person thinks towards you. Your energy is like a soft, fluffy pile of chinchillas. I also understand those things have teeth and I pushed you too far. Or it could be talking about the past person. Well, just because they think your energy is like a fluffy pile of chinchillas, it doesn't mean you have to give them your energy. If they don't deserve your energy, then don't give them your energy. We have a full moon in Cancer, late December or January. They could have heavy Cancer in their birth chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Something may have started this past December or January, or that's when something will be put on the table of this coming December or January. You'll know your situation more than I do. Oh, interesting. Your true love will be the one you don't have to ask the cards about, who will communicate. Believe that. And I have another deck here. It's a regular deck of playing cards, but they have sassy messages on it with swearing. I swear I made this, I would guess that I made this deck myself. So there's a Facebook page called Effin Birds, and the artist made his own deck of cards. I believe they're based out of Canada. I wish I could remember the actual name of the person. Well, I just had to have it, because there's these really awesome illustrations of wildlife involving birds, but then it's, you know, got sassy messages in it, so maybe some of it'll make sense for you, maybe it won't, but either way it'll make you laugh no matter what the situation. This deck is freaking great. It cracks me up. So we have this picture of this lovely owl and the 6 of diamonds, and it says, "Fuck you, I'm not sorry." Yeah, that's what you should say if you walk away from somebody that did you wrong, if they deserved it. We have the 9 of diamonds. We keep getting this in every single reading. So we have this lovely picture of a bird, and it says, "Where's your fucking brain?" And we have the King of Spades in a picture of, I think that's an Oriole. It says, "I'm already drunk." I don't know what that's about, but if you're drinking right now, that's pretty funny. Busted. what else we got here for pile 4. We've got the 3 of Hearts with this cute little quail, and it says, "This deal was serious bullshit." And we've got the Joker with a picture of an octopus, and it says, "Well, this is fucking awkward." Alright, so I hope this reading resonated for you. If it didn't, maybe try a different pile that was second best that you liked. Or maybe my energy is just off. I just don't feel like I'm right on the money with my readings today. But usually those ones end up being the most accurate somehow. So if that didn't resonate for you, pick another deck and see if that makes any sense. And I hope you were entertained at least. So I hope you all have a great night and a great rest of your Cancer season, and have fun out there, get outdoors, enjoy the fresh air, and have a great rest of your night. Thank you, and bye.